Hey guys, so I've been trying out OnePlus's OnePlus 7T. It's their new premium smartphone. Not quite ultra premium because that's the 7 Pro, but this is a really nice 6.55-inch smartphones, Android based. They've got their Oxygen OS on it, which is a bit of an overlay. It's got Gorilla Glass on the front, 3 cameras in a circular design right here. You've got a 48 megapixel, that's right, I said 48 megapixel, but more on that later. Camera on the back, that's the wide camera. You've got a 12 megapixel telephoto, 2x optical zoom, and a 16 megapixel ultra wide camera. So, do you prefer the circle or the square? Because basically, that's what it's going to be these days. It's going to be, you're going to get your 3 cameras in a circle or a square. Or maybe a straight line. I don't know. There's lots of different choices. If you want to shoot in full 48 megapixels, you can by going to the manual or pro mode. The OnePlus 7T has 2 biometric security features. It has facial recognition, and it has an under-the-screen fingerprint reader. And the under-the-screen fingerprint reader has been very effective thus far. I can also do Face ID. Let's try that. I'm already in. Since the OnePlus 6T, OnePlus has updated the notch up top, what they call sort of the teardrop notch. It is about 30% smaller. You can take a look, it's really small. It houses a 16 megapixel camera, front-facing camera, does a nice job. The OnePlus 7T shoots in slow-mo, it shoots good portrait mode photos. So the camera on the OnePlus 7T has a number of cool features. I think first and foremost might be the new macro mode. And so essentially I can get really close to my subjects within a couple of centimeters and take focused photos, in focus photos. Here's something else you got to know about the OnePlus 7T. It has a 90 hertz refresh rate on the screen. So what that does is it makes everything smooth, especially games. I don't know. I don't feel like I can quite perceive this anymore. All I can tell you is that games, movies, videos, everything looks really good on the display. OnePlus is always doing interesting things with their phones. They've got these extra features in the Oxygen OS. So if you sweep down this way, what you see is something called reading mode, which can turn the whole screen kind of black and white. It's almost like a Kindle. That's not bad. It's also going to be good for battery life. You've also got something called Zen Mode, which I'm not going to do right now, because basically that would take the control of my phone away from me for a solid 20 minutes. Now they've updated the Zen mode, which is all about taking a break from your phone, getting back to life, saying hello to your family and all that. But they've given you the ability now to set the amount of time you want to do that for. I think it's a good test. Can you actually not touch your phone for 20 minutes? It has Qualcomm Snapdragon 855 Plus CPU in it. Still not as fast as what, say, Apple offers, even in the $699 iPhone 11, which I'd say this kind of competes with. But it's plenty fast. It's plenty performant. I mean, I'm good, good with the toughest games. I'm good with 4K video at 60 frames per second. I'm good with slow-mo. Stereo's pretty good. As far as battery goes, it's got a 3800 milliamp hour battery, and if you use the included charger right here, it's going to charge to about 100% in a little bit more than an hour, so it's nice and fast. Battery life has been good. It's lasted about a day. So what do I think of the OnePlus 7T? Well, it's a really good Android smartphone. It's affordable. It's got 128 gigabytes of storage to start, which is good. It's got Qualcomm's best mobile CPU. It's got a high resolution AMOLED screen, looks sharp. It's decent brightness. It's mostly edge-to-edge screen except for that little notch up there. It's got high megapixel cameras on the back and the front. Performance overall and quality overall of photos and everything is good. It is available exclusively on T-Mobile, which could be a stop for some people if they don't like T-Mobile. But if you are on T-Mobile, this could be a good choice, especially if you don't want to spend too much for your smartphone. Hey, thanks for watching. If you like this review, remember to rate, review, and subscribe. One of my favorite new